Please, I can't sleep.
It's time to listen to Courtney at last on the Ramblings of an Insomniac podcast.
Hello. Welcome, Insomniacs, to episode 92 of the Ramblings of an Insomniac. I am Courtney. Hello. Good afternoon. My last episode, I had my son, Caden, join me. And we had a lot of fun, but we were not very PC. So if you're offended easily and you have not listened to that episode, you probably should not, because we are a whole lot of not even close to politically correct, but we're not putting down anybody. We weren't putting down. Our whole entire point was that there are people from all walks of life, and we all have stereotypes. And stereotypes come for a reason, because more often than not, they are true, which means they're not always true. There are times it's not accurate at all, but it seems that more often than not, they're true. So it's a stereotype, and that doesn't mean it's a bad thing. And that was our point, is that a lot of stereotypes are positive. Like if you have a stereotype that you can dance well, or if it's a stereotype that you have a big penis, or if it's that you're intelligent. These are fantastic stereotypes. So at any rate, if you are offended easily, well, you probably shouldn't listen to a lot of my episodes, I guess. I try not to be offensive. I'm never trying. It's never something that I get up and I'm like, yeah, let's offend some people. Let's offend some people today. Hoorah. Not at all. That's never, ever my goal. But I'm just saying that I'm not always politically correct either. I come from the train of thought, like I love stand-up comedians, because especially, like Louis C.K. and stuff, because I just like it when they just tell it like it is and they're blunt, and like Dave Chappelle, because they just say it. And if you're offended, oh well. I mean, like, we should all genuinely just laugh about a lot of stuff that people get sticks up their butts so easily, especially the last couple of years. And social media has made it worse. And I mean, I'm on social media right now. There's pros and cons of social media. It just kind of sucks, because the one thing that has happened, like everyone has brought up, a lot of people have talked about this. It's not new. It's not a new concept. I'm aware this is not a new concept or some enlightened thinking, but unfortunately, it has made people antisocial and disrespectful, because you're not talking to an actual person. You're not looking someone in the eyes directly, and people get ballsy because you can hide behind a screen. And so I love it when we can just laugh about shit. Like, I'm blonde and I get a lot of stereotypes, and they're not good ones. There's the stereotype that blondes are stupid. There's a bajillion blonde jokes out there. There are a million blonde jokes about blondes being stupid. There's also the stereotype that blondes are slutty, that they sleep around. So those are not good stereotypes. Yet when someone tells me a blonde joke, I laugh. I mean, if it's funny, I laugh. If I don't laugh, it's not because I'm offended. It's because maybe I just don't find the joke funny. But I make fun of people that I love all the time. I make fun of my friends that I care about the most. The people that I care about the most are usually the ones that I'm going to laugh at when, not if they actually fall and like for real hurt themselves, then I'm not going to laugh at that. But when someone's sick, like even if they have cancer sick, I've done this before. I've had friends that have cancer. I'm one that tends to not make fun that they have cancer. I'm not explaining this well. I'm sounding horrible, because I genuinely care about my friends and family a lot. But my way of showing people that I love them and I care is by telling a joke, by trying to make them laugh, by trying to make them not take it so seriously, not to be gloom and doom, you know what I mean? And so I mean it with good intentions. And it's probably not always received that way. I'm aware. I just am not good at the coochie coo stuff. I never have been. I will give someone a hug if I feel they need it, but it's not my first thing that I do. It's kind of, I try to do other things first. Um, and I'm not real good at like knowing what to say when someone is sad. I'm like that total meme with the lady with like the broom at the end of the broom, and she's holding like one end of the broom, and the handle of it is like patting, or the broom part of it's like patting their friend that's over the toilet throwing up. Like, there. I'm more like that. But you know what? I will go and clean your house. I will go run errands for you. I'll take you to your appointments. I won't cook only because I'm not a good cook, not because I just won't do that for you. I'm just not good. But I'll bring you food. Like, I'll bring you food. I'll do that other stuff. I just never know what to say, and I'm not super huggy, touchy feely. But again, I'll give a hug if you need it, you know? Um, I'm kind of secretly that thinking I hope you don't need it, just to like be real honest. I'm kind of secretly being like, I'll give you a hug, but I mean, if you want other things instead of a hug, that's cool. I mean, it's not about me. I realize it's your family member that, you know, you're sad about or whatever, or something that happened, but it's not about me. But, you know, could you do me a solid? And if you don't really need a hug, let me clean your house. Anyway, being offended. That's what I was talking about. We all just need to like get over it and laugh at ourselves. Just like each country has stereotypes about it, and every state in the United States, like, you know, we tease people from the South, we tease people from the East Coast, from the West Coast, from the Midwest. Like, we tease people that are men, that are women, we tease people that are gay. It's like, we all do stupid shit that's funny, you know, or annoying, and it's funny to talk about it. Sometimes a healing thing is to just laugh. Again, I'm not saying any new concept. This isn't some like, oh, wow, how enlightening. I get it. I'm just saying, like, it really is true. I think if you watch stand up comics, I really appreciate the ones that right now in 2023, excuse me, still say how they feel. They don't care if they're going to offend someone or not, because more often than not, you know who that comic is, you know what they're going to talk about. So you already know what their gig is. So it's not like it should be shocking. You shouldn't go to, like, if you love country music, love country music, and can't stand heavy metal, like hate heavy metal, and you've heard of like some heavy metal band, all of a sudden I can't think of Korn, and you've heard Korn and you've heard a lot of their songs and you hated them, don't then buy a ticket to their concert, go to Korn's concert and be like, oh my God, I hate this. I'm so shocked. I'm so shocked. I thought it was going to be country. I thought it was going to be country and quiet. I thought it was going to lull me to sleep. Well, no, you didn't, because you've already like heard Korn on the radio or whatever. You've heard their CD. I'm old. Uh, CD, whatever, on iTunes, on Spotify, whatever. Um, if you, at least I didn't say like tape. I honestly wanted to say tape. That was weird. But so don't like be shocked. So if you're going to Dave Chappelle, if you're going to certain, you know, stand-up comedy routines, and it's a comedian that you've heard their jokes a million times and you kind of know where they stand and what they're going to say, don't buy tickets to it if you don't, if it's not your gig, if that's not your cup of tea. Or if you do buy tickets, don't be like, oh my God, Lord have mercy. Did you hear what he said? Oh my God, Jesus, you know, just deal with it. Like, let's just all, like, at the same time, in sync, remove the butt plugs. Like just 1, 2, 3, and pull out the ass. Remove the pole from the ass because shit is getting like tense. Like it has been, not getting, God, in certain parts of the world, it's been tense for like a long time or like their entire existence. Like certain countries just seems like it's always been bad for them. And I feel horrible. I just feel like things here, I'll speak for the States though. It's just so hateful and exhausting. It's really exhausting, you know? It's tiresome. And I think people are genuinely just exhausted getting up, working jobs that take, some people don't have cars, so they have to take buses to get there. Some people have to ride a bike. Some people have to walk. Some people have to get a ride from someone else. And they're going to a job that they probably don't like and probably aren't very appreciated. Maybe they are appreciated. I know I'm appreciated, so I'm fortunate, but you know, a lot of places you're probably just like cattle in and out. And again, even if you are appreciated, it's not something that fulfills you or makes you happy, so you're having to drag yourself out of bed. And maybe you have kids at home, so you have to find someone to take care of them, which means either another family member has to watch them or you have to pay for daycare, which is expensive, and you have to figure out how to get them there. Or maybe they go to school during the day and that's your daycare, is going to school. But you have to watch out what school they go to, because now apparently teachers have the right to overthrow your rules, your parenting. You don't get to be a parent. Apparently, the teachers and the administration are the parents now. Apparently, they get to make gigantic, huge, life altering decisions for our children that we care about, that we love, that we take care of, that we are responsible for, that we pay the taxes on and the bills for. And you're going to suddenly say they can have surgery that is life altering and a very big deal, but they can't get a tattoo until they're 18. They can't buy cigarettes until they're 21. They can't vote till they're 18. None of those things are life altering. Even a tattoo nowadays is not permanent. You can get it removed. And so we go to work, and then we again have to figure out a way home. And if we do have our own car, we have to pay out the ass for taxes on that, for registration fees and fucking getting insurance on it, and for gas and maintenance. And gas is now freaking almost $5. So that's fun. And so we need to laugh. We have to hold on to something. We can't just keep finding everything to be pissed off about, because things are already bad enough. So we either need to stop being pissed off and start finding solutions, figuring out, okay, we're pissed off. All right, we have that in common. Check. We know now that we are pissed off and exhausted. So what do we do about it? Myself included. I'm including myself, because what am I doing about it? I'm just sitting here bitching about it on a podcast and on TikTok videos, but I'm not actually doing anything about it. So gosh, excuse me, sorry. So I need to do something. So that needs to happen. And we need to focus on things that we do have, because there are certainly other countries that have it far, 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 far worse. I mean, their children are being used in the militia. They're being taught to fucking shoot people at like 6 years old. God, you guys, sorry, I need to get something for myself to drink. Hang on, one memento. Oh my gosh, Lord. Sorry about that. I need to do something about it. I need to find a solution. And we also, like I said, need to laugh. We need to stop pointing fingers and stop finding flaws and stop looking and searching, desperately seeking for things to be angry about. Look around and realize we have it a lot worse because, hey, we're not starving like some children in Africa. We aren't having our children sex trafficked or learning how to shoot other people and kill other people. My God, we're not starving from, we don't have starvation going on here in America. We have an obesity problem, but certainly aren't starving here. We're not dying of malaria. We're just searching, desperately seeking for things to complain and whine about, and then teach our children that it's okay to complain and whine and be lazy and not try. And it's, what does that accomplish? What is going to happen to them if they're ever, God forbid, like lost in the wilderness somewhere and they don't have their cell phones? How are they going to know how to get home? What happened to going outside? I love going outside, and my sons still go outside. They still do things outside. They know how to change a tire. They know how to shoot a gun. They know how to hunt. They know how to build shelter and build fires. They know how to chop wood and drive a stick. So, and you know what? I'm going to give all the credit to their dad for that. That was him and his uncle, their uncle, not me, that showed them how to do that stuff. But we need to learn how to get outside and remember that there's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful world out there. And we all have our heads so rammed up our butts that we can't see it. And we're working our asses off to do what? Pay a shit ton of taxes and to have people fired from jobs over being accused of being like racist or homophobic, and people are like pointing fingers, not realizing that that person has bills and family to take care of, and we're going to try to get them fired because they offended you. Grow up. Grow up, honestly. Get outside. Look somewhere else other than up your butt and at someone else's business. Keep it to yourself. Look in your own, look at your own world. Look at you. I got lost for a second there. Just mind your own business. Take care of yourself. Focus on what you can do better. And then do it. Focus on how you can make yourself and the world better and more useful. Don't be useless. I've just had it up to my eyeballs with useless people that don't know how or don't want to even learn how to do shit. Like, what good are you? What are you contributing? You just want to lay back and be fat and be like, bring me food that I didn't pay for or earn. Bring it to me and fix it. Fix it for me. Even though you've worked all day and I have not. I'm going to get food stamps and expect other people to feed me. Like, what the hell kind of shit is that? Or being some young person who hasn't fucking done anything to contribute to the world at all somehow thinks that they're entitled to like do the bare minimum, and that we're supposed to like go, oh yay. And then if you get remotely offended or just don't feel like coming in, then that's supposed to just be okay now. Like barely trying. Or you just want to find every loophole in the world when you're 20 something years old to not work, but stay home and like mooch off of everybody else. Why is it so fashion sensible and cool to be lazy? When did that become a hip, awesome, like thing that everybody supports? Like, do as little as humanly possible. Contribute nothing whatsoever. Don't try. Why is that a thing? When did this happen? Social media. I think it's when social media blew up. Why are we going, yes, you stay home and think of every single excuse in the world you can think of to mooch off of everybody else and be lazy and somehow still make money? Now, hey, if you can pay your bills, if you are an influencer or whatever, and you can pay your bills and stuff, and you're paying your bills, that's awesome. I'm just saying, don't mooch off of other people. I mean, I want to try to make money off of, podcasting or whatever. If you're making your own money and you're not mooching off of others, then that's amazing because you're paying your bills. And that is amazing and good for you. I'm not knocking on that. That's not who I'm talking about. I'm talking about people that just want to stay home and try to use the system and collect from the system when they are able, when they actually are capable of working and should be working and should be contributing. I'm not knocking on people that have disability if they have a disability and they need it. That's totally fine. I get it. Cool. I'm not knocking on people that choose to stay home, but maybe they're staying home because they are the caregivers. They take care of the family. That's huge. I commend that. That's amazing. That is contributing. That's doing a lot. You are being a parent. You are taking care of the home. That's a huge responsibility and that's a lot of work. So I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking about the people that are just choosing for no reason whatsoever to stay home and try their whole goal. Their goal in life is to basically do nothing and contribute nothing. They just want to stay home, mooch off the system or mooch off of others and be lazy. Those are the people I'm talking about. Or the people that are not really disabled but claim disability. Well, like I said, people that try to think of ways to use the system. And then they're the ones that sit and complain about the world. I'm like, no, 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 no. You do not get to complain about the world when you're not contributing to it. That's not how it goes. I mean, I guess technically you can complain about it, but you shouldn't. You should shut your face. Anyway, this is why we need to laugh. This is why I've been watching stand-up comedy lately, because I need to laugh. I don't want to be pissed. I want to be pissed in the sense that I want to be fired up enough to find a solution and get involved and start changing things, because I do think it's going to take my Generation X, to get shit done. And by the way, I don't think we should be knocking on Biden as far as, hear me out, his mental capacity, because that genuinely is not his fault. He has dementia. The man has dementia. And frankly, like I've said 1,000 times, it is elder abuse. His wife and the Biden administration, to me, should be charged with elder abuse. And shame on his wife, because she fucking knows he has dementia. Shame on his administration, because they know it. Shame on his doctor, because he or she knows it. And yet they parade him around expecting him to talk. So when he can't talk, I don't think it's funny. I don't think we should be making fun of him. The fact that he can't remember stuff or speak full sentences and that he's confused. I think that's horrible that people make fun of a man who literally cannot help what he is saying. He cannot remember things because he has dementia, and those people are parading him around shamelessly. And it's sad. To me, it's very, very sad. Now, I don't like Joe Biden even before he had dementia, couldn't stand him, and he was just an asshole. But right now, I think it's not his fault. And we need to stop acting like he's getting up there saying these things because he means them or whatever. He doesn't know what the hell he's saying. He has dementia. It's not funny. That's actually sad. And shame, 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 shame on his wife and the administration. But anyway, So I've been watching stand-up comics so that I can have a little laugh. And I love people, like I said, like Dave Chappelle and Louis C.K. that just are kind of like, fuck you, I'm going to say what I want. And if it sits well, if it digests well, cool. If not, oh well, I'm saying it. Like, don't come to my show then. I love that because it is. It's like, fuck you. Then don't go. Like I said, don't expect, if you go to a Korn concert, don't expect country. It's not going to happen. So don't be all shocked and awed when it doesn't, you know? So let's make fun of ourselves. Let's just learn to make fun of ourselves, and it's okay. It's okay to admit that we're idiots sometimes. It's okay to admit that some of us can't dance and some of us can't jump and some of us have small penises and some of us are stupid and some of us are slutty. And that's okay. Shout out to all those people, no matter what race you are. But let's be secure in the fact and not act like it's terrible to say if a black man has a bigger dick or is athletic. I mean, that's a stereotype. And if you're offended by that, that's weird because those are compliments. But, or again, if an Asian is smart, if an Asian person is smart, or if blondes are stupid, or if white people can't jump, it's okay. Like, these things can be funny or offensive, and it's your problem. You can choose, it's your choice to be pissed off or just go, yeah, hey, sometimes that's true. That's okay. This is your choice, remember. It's up to you. Anyway, hey, thanks for listening to episode 92 of the Ramblings of an Insomniac. Have a great afternoon.